Ah, no, yes.
There is zero stopper for the Fanny, dude. Han, it's Haning time.
It's Haning time.
It's Han's time. Okay.
Han, get the job done.
This is where we get to see Han all over
It's
the
the
place.
job of Han.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Han's job.
it's his time now to make it work on the Fanny. Well, for Aurora, it's their responsibility to stop it from popping off. They cannot let Han bust out
Yeah.
in this game.
You got to stop Han from doing his job.
It's
They don't
very
really have a stopper.
Yeah, they don't. It's very clear. The story of this game, it revolves around the jungle, and it revolves around stopping or engaging the promotions. The rotations, excuse me, promotions. Welcome to game number 1 of Yangon versus Aurora.
Well, looking at this, again, being surprised with with Fanny having a 100% win rate. We'll see if they make it work right off the bat.
That's a lot of flickers, bro.
That is. Oh,
4 flickers on the side of YG, and only 1 Purify on Aurora. So, hey, Blink's gonna have a blast.
Yep. Lunar is going to be the main guy up front, which makes sense that he's the only one who's backing the Purify here. But they're going to need their frontliner some help up against Esmeralda. They want to make it comfortable, so it's a tough choice for Aurora. Do we help out the jungle by disrupting the Fanny, or do we help out our Uranus, who is our only main frontliner later?
cool. Look at that. This is what I like to see with the Hilda, man. Like, the poke potential's so good. You can go ahead and regen. Looking at the emblems here, too. Like you mentioned, Concussive Blast. There, Lunar is dealing with this Esmeralda, which we see quite often. It looks like they might try to make a... Okay, no, Blink wasn't able to connect the way they were wanting to. And Han, he'll grab his orange buff. Pagu's given that information over, so I think they want to put pressure here potentially. All right, Retribution used to secure it.
Okay. I wonder if Han actually went... Okay, never mind. I think Tianzi got all of his camps, so no invade. And Han's actually going to be delayed here by Pagu on the Hilda.
Yeah, he used a Retribution, so...
Yep, they're going to have to be very, very careful. Tianzi going to be looking for the dive at the bottom lane.
Oh,
Stitch into BMI. Tianzi reads it out. Flicker out from Stitch. Pagu right there to pick up first blood. And now, can they get the trade over? Lancer there, knock him out. Now with the cables from Han, able to pick up another kill. But Han, whoa! Sigamo got the kill with the yo-yo blitz. One last basic attack. No purple buff for 11 seconds.
That's a traveling yo-yo. That's really the distance.
Yeah, it tracks you. Perfect rotation by Aurora. This is how you deal with the Fanny if you don't have the sure catch. Once it gets to the bigger team fights later on in the game, you stop it and delay it while it's rotating and getting cams, and that was just perfection by Aurora.
You know, I'm not a Fanny main here, but playing on broken walls, does that throw off Fanny at all?
I've heard from really good Fanny players that this is a good map.
Yeah.
It's just better, like it actually favors the Fanny? Okay.
Yeah, there's actually extra avenues for them to cable out of.
Yeah.
We saw it in MPLPH. Fanny, Zyda, did not care about broken
right.
walls, and he actually used the broken walls as a means for extra ways through the map.
So I'm wondering if that actually weighed into the decision here for them. So Turtle taken, easily secured. It's going to be the trade anyway with what happened earlier towards that gold lane. So Yangon Galacticos gets themselves an objective to work towards. So Aurora Gaming even holding on to that minor lead. They'll have to continue to decide between kind of honing in and slowing down Han or just picking elsewhere.
Yeah, the topside turtle, Aurora had to give that because Lunar's struggling in lane against that Esmeralda. So it makes sense for them to just, all right, let's play for our own camps, just get it, maybe get vision or not, and then let's just continue our rotations, and then see if we can get another counter rotate into that Fanny by messing it up. But now Blink has read it. He's like, all right, I'm sticking with my Fanny, shadowing for him and keeping him safe.
Did they take that away from Tianzi? Not too sure if he did, but yeah, he still hasn't taken a single orange buff here. Oh, all in on Lina. That was great timing by Pagu on the bonk, because it CC'd Lina enough so that he can actually pop the Crimson Beacon or the Flicker.
Yeah, just stopped in his tracks. That's what I'm saying. This Hilda, you know, it's interesting that we haven't seen it picked up too much. Now, some teams are obviously still going for that ban. Now it looks like they want to go ahead and put pressure on Han on this purple buff. Maybe to just force out the Retribution. There's the kick, though.
Dude, that is an awkward kick. It's the kick to just say, hey,
Get
my
out.
fanny wants purple. Get out.
Get out of here. Blade of Pepsi's picked up now.
Gonna be a good start. Oh. Whoa, Rosa.
Flicker out.
Great decision there. Could have been bad if he just decided to stretch out the limits of that little engagement with that Fanny. So for Aurora, they're still getting the wins, and now it's tough for Blink. The pickoff onto Lina was heartbreaking for him because he's like, all right, I'm doing my job. I'm protecting my Fanny. Oh, I'm sorry, Lina. You got picked off, man. So now it's really the balance for Blink.
Yeah.
Who are you protecting? Your mid, your jungle, and how do you do it?
That's why it's it's going to be a constant decision process as the game unfolds here, and I think Ying's going to be a big component to this. Turtle's up now, second one of the game, so they'll go ahead and get position. Blink has a flicker available. We'll see if he ends up kicking any of the members of Aurora Gaming, but right now it's all a fight for space.
Oh, two-man Mountain Shocker, forcing Crimson Beacon. Now Stitch doing a bit of damage. Lancer Flare picks up Lunar. Now the auto coming down, but it's going to be Han in the backline with the cables. Now it's Blazing Away. Gets used up by Stitch. Han with the retry win, but he will be taken down by Tienzi. Ying flickers out to safety. Lunar still holding that angle. 1 for 1.
See, it's very difficult to get into those spaces around the objective, but do they still want to go? Blink?
Misses the Jikudo. Won't be able to look for any picks. Meanwhile, down below, look at Siggy Boom picking up a turret for free, so that makes it so much more worth it for Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, they really spent a lot of time. Oh, this Blink. Okay, I thought he was going to kick. He doesn't.
Mountain Shocker and the Yo-Yo Blitz against Siggy Boom.
I don't know, man. Like, I thought maybe he would use it earlier on, and then it looks like they go in and possibly want to go into an engage, but then it doesn't happen, so Blink eventually goes down. So yeah, that's a whole lot of extra gold going to the hands of Aurora Gaming after taking that tier 1 turret. And, you know, this is not, you're starting to see that power spike happen here already with this lineup. Looking at the items, as Ying jumps in, yeah, Pagu's going to be fine. This is why Pagu's doing some pretty good damage too, right? He picked up the Fury Hammer earlier on, so a good
this.
Oh, Han?
This is really bad from Han. He's trying to run away now. Lunar will shoo him away for sure, but like, he's missing out on a lot of farm with this.
Yeah. Aurora Gaming, they're just outclassing Yangon Galacticos. It's evident, even more so with the team fighting, despite being box-focused. Blink used the kick, but it was flickered away by Sigiboom, changing his trajectory. So as I was saying, despite the very static formation Aurora has, Yangon can't dive through it comfortably.
Yeah, Ying's gonna be all in up top. It's such an awkwardly slow game of MLBB, and it fits Aurora Gaming so well. This is what they need to do, because Yangon, they like it when it's fast, they like it when it's, oh man, furious. But Aurora Gaming, dude, they're slowing things down to a point where Yangon are just so uncomfortable. Look, like the flicker is out, at least we still get a few more, like, brilliances there for Han.
That was fast and furious.
That was. I wanted to stop myself, but I'm like, you know what? Just go all the way, man.
I wonder if you know, bro. I wonder if you know.
Hey, family, right? So now Turtle's up. Third one of the game.
Oh, he missed.
In the back, Jiku, no one way to Dragon. They go for the turtle, and it's still Tienzi who gets it without the retry. Now the all in, but Tienzi survives through it all. Pagu gets a triple. Aurora Gaming. What was that?
That was just a complete slaughter for that team fight. Again, getting 4 kills and the objective, Stitch.
They're bonking Stitch down. Sigiboom is taking the Blazing Nuet, and he's running with it.
It seems like against a lineup with a Fanny, Hilda, and CC is enough, apparently.
Dude, I mean, do you guys remember when we had the discussion about Pagu coming into this lineup and the effect of him? I mean, he's showing it on this Hilda right now. We're going to look at the instant replay. And look at exactly how this fight broke out. That's when Han already goes down. But then look at this. Even with the beacon used, they're all clumped up and just Tienzi surviving with a little bit of health, a little bit of that shield, but a triple kill for Pagu?
It's like group up, group up, group up.
Yeah, let's group up and get Power of Wilderness.
It's the Hilda out of all the heroes that got the triple there that I find.
Blast diff,
Yeah, the
bro.
concussive blast. The axe swings also maybe somehow. Oh, Han. Oh, that's rough. He did not get the game that he wanted here. It was perfect for the Fanny, but then again, you see the strength of the Hilda in the roam. turns out if you flip Pagu's name around, you get what this game is. You gap.
Oh, dude.
Oh!
Wait,
my God.
did Pagu just pick up an endless battle? Am I seeing that right?
No, he does not.
No,
He does
okay.
TNZ.
I was gonna say
The only damage item he has is Fury Hammer.
right? Okay, yeah, because I
This is
saw
what
the
he should.
okay.
Nice. So
I was gonna say, yeah, I was.
maybe not the endless battle, but like I have to see.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw it
Roar.
when it went to TNZ. But still, Pagu, man, Dom, Eyes, Fury Hammer. Like, imagine doing that much damage to it just a Fury
2,000
Hammer.
gold gap, bro.
In the roam.
You gap indeed.
Oh, man. Pagu. And by the way, our Turkish casters mentioned, you know, just how good Pagu is, like, coming into this lineup.
Oh, yeah.
And that confidence of, the Apex 47 going to the coaching position, they all had it. They knew that they had to go ahead and go with this, and Pagu's leading them in this game.
I see it now. Pagu's actually a Witcher. He's from Poland, isn't he?
Nope.
Oh man, he just goes all in on Blink now. They go all in on everyone, dude! So much damage! Stitch with the blazing new weapon, there's no damage on the other side. They wait on the PMI! And TNZ shoots him down. Oh my goodness!
Dude, I don't know if the damage... Oh,
Dude, Han's job is going to get really difficult.
It's could not get it slick enough in the map, and it's been rough all throughout.
it's been a sweaty game, man.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, Han is just, you know, he's now essentially been shut down.
Losing his grip.
He's losing the grip. The job cannot be completed. And it's all because of this huge axe over here, dude, Pagu.
Yeah. Pagu 5-1 and 8 on the Hilda. Out of all the picks,
Just
it'll
crazy.
be a Hilda.
The walls are broken, man.
Oh man. I was gonna go all in
Still
again.
going.
Aurora Wilderness. And again for Aurora, 13-2.
Before any damage from the YSS, Pagu took out almost 50% of King's health.
Trying his best to go through the cables here. They will be able to get through the first Lord, but it's with the help of the Holy Shield. So as we get into like the next few Lords,
I don't know if there's going to be next few Lords, man.
but like how good is Yangon Galacticos' clear, right? Because Jusen's pretty bad at that.
yeah.
And it does look like Aurora Gaming have very good siege. They have a
Yep.
Shin, they have a Eve, and then they have Lunar and Pagu who could just be like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, essentially it's bad for Yangon.
Yeah.
Their main reliable clear is Concussive Blast and Cho.
It's getting bigger and bigger. Pagu, stop!
Yeah, I don't know what, I don't know how this is, I don't know how you stop this. Like,
This is illegal.
Yeah.
for between Pagu and then TNZ, like if they choose to just go for a kill like we've seen across the map, then they can essentially get one. And you know, the question is that whenever you have something like this, 9,000 gold ahead right now for Aurora Gaming, what is the potential for the Yangon Galacticos to turn this around and make it happen? You kind of have to look at what are their options here. Well, Stitch is he at least has the Trinity, and he can go ahead and clear out these waves as he has to. The cables, though, being thrown out by Han is probably one of the options they have. Can you play for a cross-map pressure like we see when Fannies traditionally get shut down and they just stay on the other side of the map to push?
Oh my god. Oh, the follow-through almost from Pagu. The man just hates Han.
He did not expect to see the Hilda
flying
tracking
Hilda.
basic attack.
Dude,
Just lock in.
that's what you, I mean, there's no safe place to go, man.
See Han kill, no. Half HP with a full combo.
It's so ironic that usually you say that against the Fanny.
Yeah.
There's no safe place.
There's no safe place with a Fanny around. Here, there's no safe place with a Hilda around.
Yeah, and what makes it worse is like Hilda just can basically stay in these bushes, you know, and wait for Han to show up or even anyone.
There's no purple buffs, man. It's gonna be really tough for Han. Look, Lunar and Pagu are
already
holding the
there waiting.
lines. They are the gatekeepers of this purple buff.
And we know what happens too. When your Fanny gets behind and you don't get to grab the buffs that you want, it's even that. It gives a thumbs up like, yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Lauren is up here now. This should just be an easy take for Aurora Gaming. This is the Wind of Nature now locked in for Stitch. I would be so surprised if they decide to actually try to contest this. Because I think unless somehow Blink gets the kick of a lifetime off, and I don't even know who he's going to have to go and kick here. Because Oh, look at this Mountain Shocker on Ying.
Ouch!
When Yisun Shin does
Oh, here
much
he
damage
is.
on an Esmeralda, you know you're kind of cooked, Blink.
Can they take out Pagu here?
Look the angle, they're going to go all in on Pagu right now. That's going to be Blink in the back line, way to drag him, but it's a bit delayed as Rosa is able to flick around. But how? What is that damage? Tears down Rosa. Sigibu with the curtain call, onto 2. Stitch now comes in with the Blazing Duet and the BMI. Not doing a lot of damage, but Sigibu's going to be locked out by the Lancer Flare. Lunar has to purify out. Stitch doing damage, falling Star Moon, and all of a sudden, Aurora Gaming lose 3.
What just happened? Yangon Galacticos still have a ton of room to cover here. TNT is still up. They might want to go ahead and try to spot him out. This Lord is held at half health while they wait for Han to have that retribution available. So they're just delaying it. TNT,
No traceless.
The traceless now. Han goes in, gets the cables down with the cutthroat to shut Tianzi down. And the last 13 minutes now become nothing. The lead is almost gone.
Just in a single moment, Pagu decided, hey man, my time to shine. Nope. Yangon were ready. They punished the dive and all of the disruption that Hilda has been doing and now has turned the fight around. Han, slick, he gets the job done.
Naisu, this is exactly what we experienced in MSL Myanmar, man.
Yeah.
There was a game like this where YG were just so far down. We were like, all right, it's over. And then they turn it around. I believe it was the grand finals against Team 7.
yeah. It's something about the ability for Yangon Galacticos to turn even the biggest deficits around. And I mean, again, look at the difference here between the jungle and then the roam. Earlier on, it was 2,000 and 3,000 gold ahead. They've basically nearly evened it out. They're going to be marching in with this Lord and charging the mid turret. Now again, it should be cleared out. This isn't a winning angle just yet for Yangon Galacticos, but they have basically dissipated. Oh, Han. Okay. They've dissipated about 8,000 gold, and they've got it in their pockets now. So that's why you have this huge swing in their favor. Now, Pagu was also just kind of in that position in the last fight where, yeah, he got kind of got caught, cut off from the team, got taken out. That was a big threat to Yangon Galacticos earlier on. So now they've gotten themselves this confidence that they can move around the map. Earlier we were talking about, you know, Han being kind of scared to move, no safe place to go. Well, now he's got more safe places now. He's got a little bit more control of his map. You're still plenty away from this Lord. And they still have to respect what Aurora Gaming's lineup is capable of doing. It's not just going to be as easy to turn it into a win just yet. So now some of this defensive items also coming into play here. You've got the Dom Ice plus that Anti-Cuirass and the Oracles now for Ying. And Ying is giving that space to Blink to find these kicks that he needs to land, because so far throughout this game, Blink really hasn't found those favorable kicks just yet.
Yeah, it's been really, really tough for him. Earlier as well, he had to go for an awkward engage just to get pressure off of the team, but also, funnily enough, it enabled Han to go for it. I was going to go for Rosa as well, but he needs to be careful. I just want to say, this is the risk that Aurora Gaming are running with this kind of composition.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if they actually knew about the Fanny, but they picked up the Uranus last pick, right? So still, no lockers. And with that, it means that they have to win through tempo. They have to win through snowballing, because once we get into the late game portions, Stitch and Han will be free to go in. No one's going to stop him.
Yeah, Hilda hates games like these. Hilda loved the game that was played before that turnaround. It's like, all right, I'm the one taking control. I'm the one setting the tempo and getting vision. It's the team. It's the opponents reacting to me. Yeah. Now it's, hey, Lunar, can you be the guy in the front? Because now I'm the only one with reliable stun to stop this Fanny.
Yeah.
So the Lunar has to stick in front. And as you see, Pagu's sticking a bit closer to Tianzi.
Yeah.
He has to stick a little bit closer to Rosa. He has to change the gameplay that he's been playing for the past 15 minutes.
Look at Blink right now, too. Look at his positioning. Giving the information over.
Yep.
Seabone making his way. He was spotted out, so they're going to have to choose how they approach this Lord fight. Lunar's leading up that front.
Consecration already used. Lantern Flick coming down. Two-man mounted shocker from TNC into the RWM. He would flicker out now, but they're going to go through him now. He has the shielding. Han goes into the back line. Now looking for the cables again as Blink is able to find the way to Dragon. Stitch goes in for the Blazing Duet on TNC. He buys Immortality. Rose Gold Meteor. TNC with the cutaway Stitch. BMI forward. Now with Lunar on him now. Good G Kudo from Blink. Stitch still going through Lunar. He has the Immortality. He buys it in time now. Can he kite away? Immortality down. What does he do? He gets point blasted by Rosa. 2-0 in favor of Aurora Gaming.
What a hard-fought win that was for Aurora Gaming. Not only the item swaps there, to make sure they survive. But even the timing and Siggyboom actually separating some of the key members. Jahan, okay, he can't. He's going to be stopped in his tracks, right? There's no way. He does have a retribution, but he's going to be a little bit too late to try to steal that Lord away. But again, Siggyboom was able to go ahead and separate some key members of Yangon Galacticos there and stay alive through it all. So a hard-fought win for the Lord. The objective, Aurora Gaming, gains a little bit of control back in their favor, plus this being an evolved Lord. They'll now go ahead and head towards the base of Yangon Galacticos. The question is, with everything that they've had, the time they've bought, how does their base defense look? Oh, it's on here.
Oh, again, it's going to be tough for them with all of the siege that Aurora has. The fact that Siggyboom has been perfect this game means he knows how important it is to survive for as long as possible as the CC. The longer these fights go, you see actually that's when the damage of Aurora is felt a little bit more. Here comes the Lord March.
Into the mid lane base turret. They've actually already dealt with the side lanes now, but Blink has a ridiculous position. There's no one to follow up. Everybody's too far away. But if
they spot him.
Okay. If Aurora continue the siege, it would be very, very scary that Blink is behind them.
Yeah, they'll clear out the Lord. They did lose the mid turret. Top's potentially going to be next unless Aurora Gaming decides not to full send this. So RWM dropped down.
Doing a bit of damage there. Han needs the cable back. Blink again in the back line. Able to find TNC! Way the Dragon bringing back Stitch. Able to go in with a bit of crown and the Blazing Duet as Han goes in with the cleanup but can't find the cutthroat available. Still with the cables, backing away. Will lose his immortality to Rosa. He can't buy it right up. Siggyboom takes him down.
A great attempt from Yangon Galacticos to try to set things up, but Aurora Gaming had their number. They're going.
Then got blasted. Stitch, no winner crown, no Blazing Duet. But they do have waves still available for them. Those are still big super mini waves though, and now they're gonna be looking for the base. Again, Lunar walks up, the base is too low, and with the minions, it'll be enough. Aurora Gaming secure game number 1.
With game number 1 under their belt, it looked a little dicey for a second, but Aurora Gaming from Turkey will make it happen. Just avoiding that setup and Blink trying to make something happen for Yangon Galacticos.
It could have been bad for Aurora.
Yeah. Like, dude, the Freya on Doming? I wouldn't expect that. I would expect it more from Oheb than the... Oh my god!
I wish I said it. I was actually thinking it because...
It's actually really good, yeah.
Yes.
Because there's no Purify.
Exactly.
Most of them are gonna go Flick. Oh my god.
Strong counter set. There's so much dive. Back of my head, I wish I said Tigreal because maybe that's why they picked up a Valentina also so early.
I wish you said it too, man.
You did say it. We heard you.
No, I didn't say
it. We heard you, bro.
We heard you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Loud and clear.
I was reacting when I saw it. The Tig is such a good pick here, but it will be slower. Won't be as fast.
Pretty useless pre-4.
Yeah, pretty useless pre-level 4.
He's literally gonna have to blink, man.
Yeah, the hurdle is that's the main climb here.
Bro, Siggyboom went vengeance on Freya.
Yeah, he needed to up against this this Tigreal. So that's actually a good adjustment on the fly for that Freya to just go for the vengeance now. And plus you also shut down the clock a little bit more. Match point. Suddenly, here comes another surprise for Yangon Galacticos. They go for the Tigreal. Everybody's first roamer, I would like to think so. While Aurora goes for a very standard lineup, but with one of the picks of the tournament in the Freya Gold. Is it gonna be game 3 or will it end here?
Yeah. I hope, you know, because we're in the knockouts and it's this play-in stage, I hope we do get to see a game 3 here. But I do have to say that Aurora's draft works really well. The Tigreal, though, yeah, was...
Oh my god. Oh. What a dirty play here, TNZ! With a steal at level 1. If game 1 wasn't tilting enough for Han. Oh, TNZ, you monster!
They're not letting go, man.
Oh my! This, as a jungler myself, surrender, guys. Like that's what I would say to my team.
You're one of those. Oh, Rosa. You're one of those, huh?
I'm one of those, bro. If my purple gets stolen and then an Esme shows up on orange, I'm like, yo, guys, I'm done.
Type GG.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, this is like one of the tough things about having to take in the Valentina at the center. If the opposing team clears up significantly faster, then there's that avenue. So for them to make the call of TNZ, start orange, and then after that you're going to go up to purple, see if you can get an invade there. That was a really good call by Aurora Gaming, and then they walk away with it, delaying this joy even more.
Yeah, you can see from Sigiboom too, very pretty much same emblems. So it is that weapon mastery, quantum charge here still for them. Dude, they're not letting go at all, man. They want to go ahead and choke out Han.
Han has no farm. And we were saying this is going to be the climb for Yangon. The pre-level 4, first 5 to 6 minutes of the game, but I didn't expect it would be because they cannot get a proper farming pattern for their jungler.
Yeah, this is one of the things too, is it's going to take a minute for Blink on the Tigreal to really catch up. Now, maybe they show face here around this turtle, but I don't think they should. Feathered Airstrike drop down too.
Wait, the lethal ignition! Rosa gets the pick. TNZ gets the turtle. Purify out from Ying. Thank goodness is what White is saying, because Pago, if you had 4, that was another kill.
First blood in the hands of Rosa. Like I was saying, Rosa loves this pick. Oh,
They go in, Valkyrie's descent. Oh, it is so over. Han will fall while being so far down already.
I think this is where you type it, right? This is where you type the GG. But it's rough because that was also just a bait. And as I was going to say, Rosa loves this Farsa. Not only that, but then you pull a play like that with the team here, and then you build up this little lead already this early on. Again.
Airstrike, Purify out, Stitch. He's
Drop
got the
Stitch.
moves, man.
Yep. Good side steps, but at this point, they're definitely going to be climbing all the way from below to see if they can make a comeback here. It'll be easy for Aurora Gaming to stretch this lead out to 4,000, then 6,000 into an insurmountable 10,000 plus gold lead if it continues going their way. If Yangon cannot somehow miraculously get trades through objectives, they're not going to be able to come back.
Corrosive Scythe now for Sigiboom. Just a couple hundred gold behind, but that's again because he has been rotating. Oh, explosion.
Explosion, Tsunami Slam as well. They're able to get one more on the board. Valkyrie's Descent coming down as Blink is able to shove him back, but Han gets caught. TNZ on a killing spree. And even there, it's not worth it. Han for Pagu.
That feels bad, man, for Han, because now, yeah, even further behind. Dude, he's level 5.
Oh, what? They popped Stitch.
Bro, Rosa and TNZ are something else in this game. I can't tell like who I like even more in this one. Rosa feels like he's everywhere, reading every rotation for Yangon, while TNZ started things off because of the good call and read to steal away the purple buff early on.
And now he gets Genius Wand already, so that's locked in. They're not letting loose, man.
Oh my god, right as he comes back up, Feathered Airstrike takes him out. Rosa's on a killing spree, and Han is still 2 levels down as TNZ goes for the turtle. This will put him in a very, very good spot, as he probably will go for the orange buff as well, dude. Free turtle, mounted shocker, Ying trying to run away. TNZ just goes for the clear. Sigiboom in the bottom lane now. Can he 1v3? Flicker implosion from Blink. The Vengeance is on cooldown.
Yeah.
All right, they get something though. Like Yangon had to get something, and you know, with right now complete control across the map for Aurora Gaming, they're going to continue to go ahead and stay on this side of the jungle, but they are low after pushing where they could. An Oracle pick up some of the first items now coming into place. They got to have an answer for Rosa, man. Rosa scaling up nicely alongside TNZ here.
Yeah, the Genius Wand, and it's the good old classic rapid boost for it for the even faster rotations. That's why he's able to get to the key spots that Yangon Galacticos did not expect a Farsa there to be. The kill onto Sigiboom's Freya does slow things down just a little bit, but that is a consolation prize in what has been Aurora getting the first grand prize every time.
Wait, they go all in on Blink. The Mountain Chakra was actually whiffed there. Han in the back line trying to go for some damage. Is able to lock them down as Han goes for the Electrifying Beats, but the song ain't painful, rather the Feathered Airstrike is, man. Those shots are hitting big time. The Airstrike again on Blink. They're getting all in on Ying. Now Implosion on 3, but the Purify out from Lunar. It'll just be Pagu.
Wow, I'm surprised that no one went down. I mean, you can see that Aurora Gaming is kind of like brute forcing their way into these fights under the turret, and Yangon Galacticos able to survive for the majority of it, but still they're losing around the map here. Han trying to catch up any way he can. Pop the beats, okay. Yeah, he's gotta get out of there. Turtle's up though, so you're most likely just gonna lose all the objectives. You kind of buckle in and wait for that lore to come up.
We also did discuss, once that Tigreal was picked up, the strengths it has in the team fights, and despite the lead that Aurora has, those strengths are still there. Implosion will still stop the divers of Aurora from dealing damage. It's, can Aurora recover and hold on long enough to make sure that it doesn't wipe them out?
See if they can. I don't think, again, you're going to be able to do anything in this. Han might try to make an angle.
Oh shit, what? They steal it, Han! He's able to go in, shut down for Lina! On a killing spree now, and all of a sudden, Yangon Galacticos are back in the game. The goal lead's gone.
Implosion, baby!
I'll take it back. I was like, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything against that. Han's like, hold my beats, man.
They all stuck together. Did they forget they're up against a Tigreal? What was Aurora doing? Clumped up together like that. That's the easiest setup in Ultimate for Blink.
Yeah, look at this replay here. That's the question. What happened here? Han,
Blink
on this offside. Look at Blink.
Oh.
Big implosion. Ooh, there goes your lead that you built up for the past, what, 7.5 minutes up to this point.
I'm just waiting for the Tsunami Slam. Now Han can actually go back in with the rest of the team. That's their only peel tool, right? All right. The YG are going to stay chill. They just got to win. Gold leads back to 0, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much even game. This top turret will go down. Stitch grabs that. And now Lina.
Blink, blink, blink.
Oh, they use that conceal. They're not. I think they wanted to catch Seaboom, but under the safety of this turret alongside with Lunar here. So now with this kind of shift in the game, Yangon Galacticos finds themselves pretty much evening out across the items as well. Almost a Holy Crystal built up for Han. He's nearly caught up in levels on top of it. So Han dealt with so much pressure in the early game. Well, now he finally gets to move around the map.
They're going to go all in on Ying. Purify out of there, though. Is he going to try to look for more? It does look like that's going to be the case here. Ying. Never mind.
She decided to push it back. And with the Tsunami Slam in the hands of the Valentina, an avenue also to initiate without the Tigreal nearby. This is going to be the tough thing for Aurora to decide. How are they going to poke down the frontliners and Ying or Blink? Because you want to be able to poke down the frontliner so that you force out maybe an early implosion, one that you're a little bit more ready to deal with. But you don't have a traditional marksman to do that. All the poking is in the hands of Stitch.
Oh, shit again from Blink! He finds CNZ! Now the Tsunami Slam not doing much. Stitch in the back line now going to be all in by Sigiboom as he pops in Vengeance as well. That's Stitch taken down, but Han comes in with a song that gets him a mega kill.
Ooh, I'm not sure if that was the fight that they wanted at all. Aurora Gaming checked once again by the implosion from Blink, and now the Lord is up. There's no way they can contest this. TNZ's down, and they just have to watch the Lord take.
This is how every Tigreal experience goes through when we play solo queue. You struggle early on, you're wondering where the hell is the set, and here comes Blink with 2 to 3 big-time sets to completely turn it to the favor of Yangon Galacticos. And with the last one, well, that was all Blink. Even if Aurora Gaming, you could say, yeah, they were slightly off position. You would not expect that set to come out of nowhere like that.
Yeah,
Tigreal was useless pre-4.
I was gonna say, he's literally like, guys, just wait till 4.
We have been saying it. It will be that is the mountain to climb, the hurdle to climb for Yangon. The first 5 to 6 minutes a game. And then they found the big turnaround at around 6 to 7 with that big implosion.
Okay.
That was it, bro.
Yeah.
Chastise Pauldron.
Chastise Pauldron. He's got the Athena Shield. Trinity now achieved here and locked in for Stitch. The Lord is going to go down here, so no tier 2 turn to the mid just yet. But Yangon Galacticos has fought and crawled their way on the sacred hammer of Blink and his implosions. And also, it's just pairing up really well with the fact that for the majority of the time, Lina does have the Tsunami Slam. He hasn't taken the Feathered Airstrike too often in these fights, so they have a couple of options when they want to start a fight or if they have to peel for Stitch. So now, with this once again, they'll go ahead and continue to knock down some of these tier 2 turrets where they can, but Aurora Gaming will still go ahead and defend those.
Yangon allowing the minion wave to do majority of the work in terms of the macro while applying pressure into the bottom side of the jungle of Aurora. Slow handling of the minion wave in mid as well. Sigiboom will not be they're delaying Sigiboo being able to last it and get the farm there comfortably. Item check. I want to look at that. Oh, we already saw the chastise on the take. Marksman, neck and neck. Items, neck and neck. A slight advantage for the EXP laner in Ying, but there's a lot of shields that Lunar can work through.
It's one of those things because it's relatively even aside from the XP lane where it's coming down to those team fights and how they approach it. I think for the biggest obstacle for Aurora Gaming is surviving that initial initiation of that set, whether that's from Lina, whether that's the implosion from Blink, and being able to avoid that. Now the problem with this lineup too is they seem to just kind of stay close together, clumped up in a way, because TNZ also has to be crucial that he doesn't get caught out by one of those. And, you know, so it almost makes it counterintuitive for them to just kind of be like, okay, we got to protect TNZ, but we also just don't want to be in a situation where we allow Blink that favorable implosion to set up. So that's a whole lot for Aurora Gaming to kind of decide as they get towards this next objective, which is going to be in about 10 seconds on the Lord.
Man, YG really made us forget about what happened in the early portions of the game, dude.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, if you just joined, by the way, Aurora were smashing Yangon in the start of the game because of a steal from TNZ level 1.
Oh. He had a 3,000 gold lead at most at one point, maybe even closer to 4,000. But it was one big setup by Blink around Turtle 2 or Turtle 3, if I'm not mistaken, where Aurora just stood together and they eventually felt the hammer of Blink fall down on them. 12 minutes and 50 seconds in this game with the Lord already up. Second one of this game. Yangon still with a threat of their Tigreal will always have advantage in positioning.
Ooh, Wind of Nature for Stitch.
Yeah.
He can go all in now.
And that's why you have kind of this stalemate right now for Lord. Neither team really can commit to it because it's not like there's one big advantage from either side. It's more so of just how they're choosing to team fight.
Oh, they want pick off.
Yeah.
Gonna kill Han. Stay on the purple buff.
Are they going for Han?
Oh my god, good dodge. But the airstrike coming down. No, Han gets away, just barely pops in electrifying beats. No feather airstrike, no mountain shocker, no retreat for both junglers.
Oh, that's big. That's actually quite a bit of resources. So I don't know if they still want to delay this Lord take. Good damage from Rosa too on Stitch. Wow. Again, you got to respect what this Farsa from Rosa can do. Purple buff secured. Oh.
Yeah.
Just checking things out. By the time they actually commit to this, all those resources on both sides will be back up. We'll see if they need to take this tier 1 down. Oh, Divine Glaive picked up too. Ying in trouble, potentially.
He's holding it in. Look at the Lord, though. It's going to be very, very low now. It's implosion from Blink! Again, bringing TNZ back into the fray, into the electrified beats. TNZ very low, still able to count away, able to find the shutdown with the blazing duet from Stitch. Gets enough damage to take him down now with Lina there. He's going to be able to count away. Sigiboo jumps in over to Stitch, but Nature actually saves him for a long time. But Sigiboo's right there. Stitch falls in the end to Lunar. But YG have taken the Lord and 3 members down. Now it's Lunar against 3. Jumps back in. Falling Star Move, picking up a double kill. Lina kiting away, now backing off to the tier 2.
Man, again, it came down to the team fight. Even Sigiboo holding on to go into that Valkyrie mode to fight that off, but the Lord secured by Yangon Galacticos, and it was TNZ getting caught. Just a great decision from Blink to find the right target and just slow things down, and then it came out to that team fight, but ultimately, even across the board, Lord is dealt with already. There will be a tier 2 turret that falls in the mid, so a very small win on the grand scheme of things for Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, they do steal the purple buff away, so they'll be able to extend the lead even further. TNZ being in that bush, that was a blind read by Blink. I mean, he had a very good idea that he was there. Decided to flicker forward and then even use the implosion outside of the bush, pulling TNZ in, which is why I was wondering why TNZ didn't try to at least move out of that area. If he moved a little bit closer to Lord or the other side of the wall, it would be hard for TNZ to reach, and he could try to time it with a Tracer so that he could somehow get the retry. But in the end, it was Lina who walked away with it. Han was also dealing with a lot of things. Aurora Gaming, they still have not found the solution to the Tigreal in the big team fights.
Those are nukes, man.
Those hurt.
That's a Divine Glaive now, too, for Rosa. So, you know, amidst it all, Rosa, once again on this Farsa, has done really well staying alive, not getting caught by, you know, Blink or even Lina when he has the Tsunami Slam. And this has kind of been the case. Like Aurora has, when Farsa has been given over to Rosa, Rosa usually has like pretty solid games just like this one. So it's still a matter of kind of this push and pull that's happening here. You can see really the gold lead or anything like that doesn't really matter at this point. It's all the execution now at this stage of the game. Stitch pretty much fully locked in. Not sure if he'll end up opting for a winner crown eventually too. I know he had the Winner of Nature, but it is going to be a tier 2 turret getting knocked down. So with Aurora Gaming and the way they fought, they will get a little bit of space to work with on the map. Now, eventually it's all just going to lead to this next Lord once again. And as we get closer to that 18-minute mark, when it is going to be involved, it's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with on both sides on how they decide to approach it.
Yeah.
But again, you know, it's more of this kind of push and pull on both sides.
The problem still stands for Aurora. They don't have the continuous poking that can be dished out by a traditional marksman onto the frontliners. It's just Yangon. What I appreciate about them in the Lord takes is, okay, maybe they'll start off the Lord, they'll start dealing the damage, and they know that they can't lose their frontliners through poking slowly. So then that benefits them. That allows them to do what Blink has been easily doing for majority of the game. But Tianzi is holding a very interesting position that could be a huge gamble that might actually be more deadly than it is rewarding.
And Lina's holding onto the Feathered Airstrike this time, not the Tsunami Slam like we've seen previously. So Stitch starts with the sword. Look at the positioning too from Rosa.
Lina's gonna be sent up top. Oh my god.
Are they gonna go for Lina? Lina doesn't know, I don't think. Oh, Mount Shocker used.
Oh, too risky, too risky.
Yeah, too risky of a play.
Risky.
Yeah.
They just
can't
wanted
do that.
them. Good reset.
Yep.
Singing Boom applies the pressure in the mid, but Stitch and Ying are there. It's just going to be a dance and a long one. What if seeing the Freya down in the bottom lane means Yangon Galacticos will go for the rush?
Oh, they might.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Wait, he hasn't showed yet.
He has it, yeah.
They don't know actually, so they get the call to come back up here from Singing Boom. There's Seal's gonna be used. Stun there. Half health under the Lord.
Ying zoning the back line now. Rosa and Tianzi zoned away. Luna gonna be looking for the falling Sun Moon Stitch. Dodge away from the knockup, but it gets caught by it. It's gonna be Blazing Away coming down as Han wins out the red tree, but it's gonna be the zoning again from Blink, doing the same thing over and over to Tianzi. Stitch buys a Rose Gold, is able to escape. Singing Boom now jumps in over on Liam, but is still able to keep himself alive for so long. In the end, it's a shutdown as Han gets caught with falling Star Moon, and Tianzi picks up the kill, but Singing Boom will fall as well. Another stun from Rosa. Blink loses the immortality. Ying walking up again. Stitch trying to go for some damage over on Luna, but Tianzi and Rosa has got really good backup. Falling Star Moon landing on Ying. The burst down on Ying from Rosa with a Feathered Airstrike.
Again, a great team fight for the objective. Although it does go over to Yangon Galacticos, Aurora Gaming will find a couple kills. And with Stitch still alive and a Blazing Duet available, you can see him swap into the Winner Crown. Their job is to just defend. And I'm not sure if Aurora Gaming is going to get much more other than that tier 2 turret in the mid as it does fall.
He picks up Blazing Duet in the Winner Crown. Rosa clean. Doesn't even use the Purify, right? Yeah, didn't have it.
Yeah. That was just wings by wings. Still deathless, this Rosa. This Farsa could be on the way to an MVP performance with everything that Rosa has had to deal with on his own. In the last big fight also, Singing Boom deserves flowers, holding back the damage dealers of Yangon Galacticos for as long as he did, walking away with a kill onto Lina to boot.
Yep.
They needed that from the Turkish Sugar Man, and he delivered.
Oh,
Seal. They're really gonna all in on Uranus.
they just okay? That doesn't happen. Is there going to be a counter punch here though? Blink does have Flicker available, but I don't think he can just get to the targets. It was good kind of dispersed too. Notice how Aurora Gaming being a little more dispersed when they want to go ahead and avoid Blink from setting them up. So a bit of an item swap once again as Stitch picks up the Wind of Nature. Oh, these Feathered Airstrikes, man.
Ouch. Absolute bombs being delivered by Rosa right now. So Yangon Galacticos will handle this slowly. They know they can't get within range of the Feathered Airstrike. It will bring Lina and Stitch down low, so they can really just depend on the big team fight and the objectives, what Blink has been doing over and over again. But then now the question is, can they? Because Singing Boom is at that point where he can single-handedly stop 4 members of Yangon by himself while dealing damage, while threatening a kill trade.
Yep.
So will Blink try to set, or will he need to protect?
We're going to see it unfold once again. This evolved Lord powered up this time, just like the previous fight. It's all about the positioning and the space that both the teams and even the roamers have available to them. That far lane wave going to have to be handled. It looks like Lunar did just that. So now Aurora, what are the approaches? You can see Han and Alina up here. No buff for Han, as it was stolen just a bit ago. Mountain Shocker used to give the information. Lunar.
Falling Star Moon lands on stage. He's still doing a lot of damage over on Lunar. Pops into BMI. Now Pagu
Gets to Purify.
Tsunami Slam into the Purify. Ying with the Consecration still holding this position onto the bush in the mid lane, but the wave is pushing in, and the slow push up top has been built up by Aurora Gaming. So YG are in a bad spot.
And this was all what they decided to do. Rosa making his way up there too to cut that wave potentially, or maybe.
I think he's expecting someone to rotate there, but no one's rotating. Oh, what a flank from Rosa!
No one sees him. No one sees him.
No one sees Rosa.
By the airstrike coming down, landing over on stage. Now he's getting the full lockdown as he doesn't have the Purify, and look at that! Blazing by canceled out. Factory's descent by Siggy Boom! And he finds him. Tienzi's still able to find immortality in time. Now kites away. That's a Tsunami Slam to lock Han away. With a crown of the immortality, but he's gonna have it pop. And he will for sure die. Tienzi takes him out as Blink tries to run away. Siggy Boom is cutting him down! And he doesn't! Lina falls to Pagu! Ying will fall as well! Aurora Gaming have wiped the Yangon Galacticos out!
And they'll wipe them out and march down the mid lane for a victory here.
They bought the winner crowns. You know what's coming! It's a wipeout. There is nothing they can do to fight back. Aurora Gaming. Ice cold finisher as they sweep Yangon Galacticos.
It tested them and it looked hairy at times. But count on the Thorn Queen to remind you who you're up against. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa.